halo. Oke guys, lanjut kita. Apa main versi baru Genshin? Apa nih? Welcome to Genshin Extra Wonderland. Oke, konten. Nanti dulu lah ya. Kita nyoba karena terbaru. Kita nggak mungkin gacha dah. Bentar apa ya? Ini apa? Credit ya? Credit. Bentar, kita lihat cek history bentar. Nol. Nggak mungkin dapat tadi. Aku masuk ke Pak. Tapi coba dulu. Apa ini? Wih, segini toh. Segini coy. Oh. Archon dapat 500 gokil. Oh. Oh, nice. Oh, ini event baru. Oh, nggak tahu. Ini oke ya, kita nih sudah just kita coba ya guys ya. Kita coba. Bagus apa kan? Never dendro dealer enablers. Dan dia benar belum. Pertama kita tidak punya Luma never the party buat macam trigger. Oh ya kan kita buat ada ngano ya, ada Aino ya. Apa sih? Bentar. This damage can trigger credit. So she will enter special shadow dance state and hold the attack button to reach phantasm masih. Oh kalau penuh, ininya penuh terus. Oh gitu. Oh satu-satu nggak langsung. Wah lumayan. Terima kasih. Never was repeated records to complete into set of the sheet. Oh ganti tuh. Bentar. Mana? Ini ya, lihat ya. Tuh ganti tuh, kayak ada ininya. Lumayan singkat tuh. Oke tuh. Dar. Oh tapi dia mati. Dar.
Can't hide the truth.
Tetap ya.
It all adds up. Can't hide the truth. The deception ends here.
Oh. Oh kita bentar. Bisa. Wah, ini sama. Kalau kita kemana? Gacha lau malam.
For the everlasting forest, you poor lost land.
No more lies. The mystery unravels. Can't hide the truth.
Look, the rainbow!
With one heart, we pray. Leave this place.
Pew! Look at you!
Seek within. No more lies.
58.000.
It all adds up.
Ding dong, water bomb!
By the frostmoon of old, you poor lost land.
The mystery unravels.
Dikit ya.
No more lies.
Bentar. 67.000. 67.000. Coba-coba ya. Sini lu.
Look, the rainbow! Can't handle your dream. Huh. Go, go.
With one heart, we pray.
It all adds up.
Chew on this. Lash attack!
The deception ends here.
41.000.
Good luck!
Belum ya, kita harus cari air coy. Apa itu? Oh, dia ngikut tuh ya. Sebenarnya lama tuh bagus sebenarnya.
Ding dong, water bomb!
For the everlasting forest, leave this.
It all falls into place.
7.500. Sini.
Chew on this. Lash attack!
By the frost moon of old, forest,
The mystery unravels.
Oh, terus. Konsisten nih.
Look, the rainbow!
Konsisten.
for the everlasting forest, you poor lost.
Can't hide the truth.
No claw!
It all adds up. It all falls into place.
66, 68.
Ding dong! Think you can bully me?
By the frost moon of old, leave this.
Can't hide the truth.
Lash attack!
68.
Chew on this!
Bentar, yo.
Ding dong! Water bomb!
You poor lost land.
Salah.
With one heart, we pray.
Look at you, Ponytail!
No more lies. It all falls into place.
68, 71.
Can't hide the truth. It all adds.
Oh iya lupa kalau nahul ya.
Look, the rainbow! I'm a rock! Can't handle your dream!
Leave this place. By the frost moon of old,
Can't hide the truth. It all adds up.
58.
Ding dong!
for the everlasting forest, you poor.
Shaken and stirred! Go!
The deception ends here. No more lies. Can't hide the truth.
Harus dihul ya.
Look, the rainbow!
It all adds up. No more lies.
Tuh, kalau ada lauma, gede bos.
Chew on this! Ding dong! Water bomb!
With one heart, we pray. Forest, protect us.
It all adds up.
Kan? Iya kalau ada lauma bagus.
Can't hide the truth. Seek within. It all adds up.
Lash attack!
For the everlasting forest.
No more lies.
Oh, ada laumanya bos.
It all adds up.
Look at you, Ponytail! Think you can bully me?
The deception ends here.
Ding dong!
You poor lost land.
No more lies.
Dapat tuh, 41. Kok? Sebentar, gimana? Gila nih.
By the frost moon of old.
Rush attack!
It all adds up.
Ada up. Dan tergantung laum aja. Kita nggak punya laumai. Nanti piye? Gimana Eko gimana? Nanti skip ya. skip aja. Aja bagus tapi skip. Ya lah ngomong. Bagus tapi skip, confirm udah itu. Bentar, apa ya tuh? Gini dulu.
Skip never BG.
Ya skip aku. Karena ketergantungan sama laumannya. Kalau kamu punya lauma mantep itu lauma,
Not to be
Aino,
sniffed at.
Never, satu lagi apa ya? Satu lagi bebas ya. Yang penting nggak jadi yang lain. Problem wah, jos. Mana aku tuh skip lauma karena mau ngambil Flint. Tapi Flint dapatnya apa mana aku tuh dapat caking boy. Oh salah. Salah sini. Mari kita build. Sebentar sih. Cek dulu mana. Nyetrum. Oi. Skip. Coba gacha ya. Dapat be. Malas tuh. Kok dapat tuh loh. Tidak. Bentar. Siapa? Bintangnya siapa? Nggak ada toh? Ada. Kalau si siapa namanya nih? Yahuda, siapa itu? Ada malah gacha paling gue. Ini apa ini? Gak usah lah. Skip. Sangat skip ya. Tunggu riran aja. Nunggu riran kita dapat lauma. Oke lah. Tenang. Genshin itu game free, jadi tunggu liran punya yang bagus supportnya dulu lah, mending punya supportnya dulu daripada main domestik.
Defensive mode engaged.
Animal test 6308. Stand clear. Enhanced animal module.
Preparing for dust up.
Be silent. In the dark.
Cari uangnya apa ya? Cari uang deh.
Aku malah gak sengaja ke pool bang.
Kepul tuh dapat enggak? Dapat punya lauma enggak? Nggak punya sama siapa ya? I know, mau nggak mau ada dua itu loh, dua
Niatku sama Nahida aja gak tahu gemen.
bisa sih. Bentar, Naidanya pakai itu artefak apa? Yang ini toh. Mana Naida? Sekarang Naida aku tak kasih apa? Dibut ah?
Deepwood.
Iya, Dibut. Dia tetap pakai ini kan nanti itu. Si semua ada Aino-nya kan, pasti ada Aino teman-teman. Misalnya ini si Naida, ini si Never, Aino. Satu ini mungkin siapa ya? Siapa itu tim belum dapat aku. Karena nggak nyata gajah ini nggak terlalu malah dapat
Animal test 6308. Stand clear.
kan sengaja ini.
Observe.
Oh mantap. Ini bacain Eva buat dapat Flynn. Sengaja nih tak planning nih walaupun gagal di awal. Waduh, alah yung. Nah iya ada debut. Itu nevernya pakai yang ini. Pakai apa never? Nevernya mau direncana pakai apa coy? Nevernya apa ya? Apa mau ya? Never pakai apa ya nanti? Pakai ini. Apa? Ini kah? Oh iya banyak pakai ini juga sih. Ini enggak mungkin. Ini jadi never pakai ini juga ya tuh. Hampir skripsi itu iya pakai ini juga nih. Oh iya pakai ini juga berarti. Boleh.
Clean up this one's initiative.
Animal test 6308. Stay clear. Swirl, march.
Be silent. The night cometh. Close your eyes.
Dari dulu ini kita cari uang. Healing bonus, pyro damage. Cari uang dulu. Murahnya entek ini. Cek murah. Oh ya, bismillah. Murah tuh di mana murah tuh? Saya detail. Berapa? 10 juta murah. Update-annya apa sih update-annya?
Add Astra. Add Astra. Thank you for.
Bentar. Kurang 2. Nanti minggu depan dapat tinggal tahu. Cos. Full apa ya? Di full apa ya? Full apa? 2.500. Nek dapat piye ya? Gak usah. Kita di Inggris mau pantas. Tambah terus Inggris banget. Oh iya toh bener.
Lauma rerun masih lama Bang Wakak.
Makanya nggak skip tadi bos. Katanya bagus tuh tapi skip bala. Mau nyari karakter nanti ya. Tapi desainnya mantap ya, desainnya tuh bagus ya. Anjir, mantap.
TPI X-Swap-nya OP tuh.
Hah? Eksklusif, oh iya bener-bener ini bagus nih. Kalau dilihat ininya bagus, tuh. Langsung dapat tuh. Ngawur ini. Ketika kita mencet nambah 8%, bukan 8 tapi 8%. Anjir. Itu dari apa tapi? Tuh, mantul itu. Oh, pendek, deal belum tuh. Naik 24% kan ngawur dah. Ini ketika di not crack oke lagi. Intinya lunar belumnya kena udah. Masuk akal lagi. Apa sih Furina apa senjatanya? Furina itu senjatanya ya bagus sebenarnya tapi ya. Kalau weapon aku nunggu yang Rerirnya seker. Mantu mau tak gacha mah dapatnya panah. Kita ngapain? Apa tuh yang baru tuh apa sih? Oh, ini kah? Oh, ini baru nih. Saya, oke, ini aja, ini. Bentar, ngecek dulu kok, bentar. Cek dulu yang baru. Saya. Ini kita secure dulu, bos. Secure. Nyoh. Kemana tadi?
Imagine, if
Masih
you can
banyak
believe
bugnya
it,
yang itu
a
tadi ku
whole
coba.
other world
Oh iya.
within this
Yang
universe.
baru toh ini toh? Kayak apa?
In that world,
Mode baru gitu ya?
people found supreme bliss in what can best be described as lucid dreams. Reality became blurred, or rather, redefined. But outside of their flawless reality, the problems of the material world remained. And in the end, the cold, hard truths of the real world caught up to them in the reality to which they had escaped. Deep in the dark ruins, another soul who was fleeing destruction discovered the final remains of this world. These two terminals were once a means for the dreamers to manage the outside world. Now, they form part of the mage's collection. The mage once tried to form a world from things she had gleaned in her eclectic experience. But as the calm observer, she never found that spark of inspiration to bring everything together. Before fate caught up to the wandering mage, she paid one more visit to her wise and learned friends. She learned much during their time together, and although she did not find the answer, her loneliness faded away in time. But as she and her friends crafted other wondrous worlds together, she finally realized the missing piece in the world she dreamed of creating. A vibrant, captivating protagonist. The glorious traveler and their impeccable companion were the perfect candidates. She was filled with hope. The lucid dream of a lost civilization was built anew, and the mage's vast collection now had a world to call home. After sojourning for so long, it was time for her to leave lest the destruction catch up with her. And in any case, a new story had now begun.
Weh, suruh milih lagi nih. Weh, bentar. Kalau yang Genshin tuh yang cowok tuh. Tapi yang cewek aja, Pak. Nih ya. Ganti lah ya. Ini. Cowok yang mana? Keren ya? Yang mana yang paling keren? Oh, ini lebih besar ininya. Ininya.
Bisa ganti-ganti nanti BG.
Oke, siapa aja sih? Aku skip berarti ya, never skip. Mau ngincer Durin aja, Durin, kayaknya bagus Durin. Enggak Durin si Alice. Oke, bagus. Wow, saya pilih tak? Ini lah. Yang hitam nggak? Ya. Style ada yang bagus. Di sini ya. Oh, merah. Oh, kuning-kuning. Oh, kuning-kuning bagus nih. Oh, kayak jadis. Oh, ada sepatunya. Oke lah. Ini bagus. Oh, amat.
Sincerest greetings, travel.
Sincerest greetings, traveler. Sincerest greetings, traveler in Paimon.
Sincerest greetings, traveler.
Sincerest greetings, traveler. Sincerest greetings, traveler in Paimon. Sincerest greetings, traveler in Paimon. Sincerest greetings, traveler in Paimon.
Nah, ini aja. Hitam aja. Kira ngantuk. Oh serius, ini standar aja kayak robot aja kali ini. Aish. Confirm, namanya siapa ya? Cucu. Oh, oke. Cici. Siapa ya? Cucu. Cokok. Cucu. Confirm. Oh, game baru nih mah. Kayak game baru ini mah ya. Wow, online tak? Online nih. Oh enggak ding. Oh. 6. Oh, gini-gini. Oh.
Gaya Koa, perfect kick-nya.
Oh, kayak oh. Roblox kan mah Roblox. Anjir, apa kita nih? Suruh ngapain? Oh, bentar. Oh. Bisa switch tuh. Cancel. Oh gitu kayak Roblox. Wah. Genshin milkin banget ini. Oh. Sini. Oh. F. Aja. Aja. Simpan. Lah. Ah. Oh. Oh. Oh ini bayarnya ya, belinya ya. Battle Pass coy. Oh. Apa wabu. Tapi game dalam game ya. Aduh. Genshin. Atau lah. Wah. Wah, nggak peduli aku. Wah, tidak peduli. Gacha ini. Ini currency berbayarnya ini kan. Nggak tahu, ayo. Wah, skimming. Nggak akan ketipu anjir. Kayak apa gacha nih? Masya Allah. Woi, ini kalau yang wah, ini cewek-cewek pada wah, ini jelas. Apa lagi nih? Oh. Bisa buat gacha-gacha, cuy. Oh, bisa laki gitu.
Sincerest greetings, travel.
Namanya Dadang. So, yang lebih keren lah. Dadang. Dadang. Kita coba. Oh, tidak mati.
Karakternya bisa dibawa ke Teviat, Bang.
Hah? Nah, skillnya apa nanti skillnya? Oh iya toh. Oh, untuk kacau kemana ya, mantap. Oh ini maintenance ya. Oh iya nih. Yang penting ini nggak ngaruh ke game toh. Bentar. Hanya satu mode aja ya. Oh, ini sepak bola nih. Aset loh, aset. Oke, coba ya. Apa ini? Orang kaya, coba. Orang kaya. Astaga.
Game grinding start suruh main bola.
Makanya. Gak tau lah, kadang gini gak tak mainin deh. Itu lah seru, boleh deh. Wong pingnya 150 gitu, kepilar menang. Hah? Bulannya Nendi? Oh, anjir. Aku deh, anjay. Di bola-bola. Tembak. Jos. Makan. Weh. Siapa yang bawa bola? Bodoh amat. Okelah, kita tunggu sampai selesai aja ya. Sportif coy. Ngambil bola nih. Raiso di Indonesia nggak bisa ini. Siapa yang bawa bola tuh?
Aku pun masih gak paham.
Nggak bisa ini, pinknya itu harus hijau. Udah nggak akan menang coy. Pinknya udah kuning. Nggak bisa ini. Nggak ada region yang baru tau. Misalnya kita ditransfer tuh. Regionnya Singapura kayak gitu. Oh, oke. Nggak bisa nih, nggak masuk. Kenapa tuh? Southeast Asia. Pinknya hijau kayak Wuthering Wave tuh oke ya. Ini nggak bisa mau tuh bahaya. Nggak bisa bos. Udah lah. Pesimis aku ini. Keluarnya apa ya coy? Menang. Ini kah? Join room. Wah, keluarnya piye iki? Tarik kaca coba. Oke, exit ke mana? Iki. Weh, piye? Paimon gimana mon? Waduh. Oh ini. Bisa
Bawah
langsung.
sendiri kiri BG.
Oh, bisa langsung dari sini. Bentar, dari sini bisa kayaknya. Oh iya, not cry dulu. Ah, bisa. Wah, jelas. Emang bisa dari sini? Oh iya, bisa. Level apa? Oh, nggak bisa, harus dari anu ya. Apa yang harus skillnya? Wah, ada skillnya dong. Ayolah. Wah. Sama nih. Sama ya. Genshin. Ke artefak lagi. Oh iya, itu bodoh amat nggak apa-apa. Oh iya, ada ininya. Tunggu 2 hari. 2 hari kemudian. Anjir 40 menit cuma liatin gitu ngapain. Mari kita story misi aja, ngantuk-ngantuk gitu. Jam berapa sih? Jam 8 ya? Oh, jam 9. Kalau lama nggak ya?
It's been a few days since we said bye to the others in Nasha Town. Still no news about Rerir, though. Where could he have
Nah,
slunk off to?
Rerir nih,
If
siapa
only
tahu
he
bisa
was gone for
dikacang.
good. But
Hello, you must be the traveler in Paimon? Mr. Flint has been looking for you. Unfortunately, there's been a serious wild hunt attack over at the quarry.
the wild hunt? Oh, uh-oh. Come on, let's go.
Oke, let's go. Cuma welan nih. Nation doesn't exist. Sebenarnya Never tuh orangnya Nahida harusnya. Alah, jauh kali. Lihat sini. Cakarannya gokil.
I can barely sense any Kuvaki at all. This whole area feels like a soulless husk.
Looks like his appetite truly is insatiable. As if the power of that energy cannon wasn't enough.
He's not seriously still getting stronger? What's his endgame here?
Everyone's here already.
We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back, expecting Rerir to strike again, but it's like he just vanished into thin air. No one has seen him, that is, until...
And we're sure that Rerir. Who else? He's the only one who could pull off a stunt like this.
Kuvaki loss has reached critical levels. Rerir of Solnari set to maximum threat level. Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon, he will pose a threat.
Traveler, do you remember when we encountered Rerir just after regaining his body? There wasn't a shred of sanity left. Nothing but
Yeah, didn't he shout out a bunch of names? Then he started raving about how nothing... Oh, Paimon gets chilled.
Last time we fought, we were already at a disadvantage. If he has such overwhelming strength, why would he suddenly go into hiding?
Yeah, if I were him and I wanted more Kuvaki, I'd just take it by force. No point staying in the shadows. Unless something went wrong. His whole resurrection thing didn't exactly go smoothly.
The other thing is, how does someone who's completely lost their mind still have...
Beats me.
According to certain medical studies, insanity does not always
That actually sounds about right. He was...
There are many unanswered questions here. He could be right under our noses. Besides his name and title, we know little.
Exactly. And we wouldn't even know where to begin looking. Even Boss hadn't heard of the Rerir. I'd be willing to bet that even if we gathered together every scrap of intel in Nodcry, we still wouldn't find more than...
So, if we do nothing, he'll just keep getting stronger. But if we want to investigate... Last time we had Marionette and her big robo-buddy to help us. And we still... Oh, Paimon's head hurts just thinking...
Well, I do have a little hunch about his next move. Somewhere like the Eye of Krati, or the Pillar of Embla.
a perfectly reasonable hypothesis.
I agree, we should...
Wait, why Hisi Island?
If I recall correctly, your largest god...
That's right. Yes, it...
Oh man. Dude.
Splitting up's always gonna be risky. But And if we do run into Rerir?
That's when you follow the third rule of treasure hunting. Run like the wind.
Didn't you say the third rule was go with the flow?
I don't know. Did I?
Agreed. If anyone finds so much as a trace of Rerir,
All right, we'd better get moving. Come on, Anefa, let's go.
Kenapa? Wih, teleport dong. Apa nih?
Save me.
Good. Rasa tuh tak.
Save me.
Delapan puluh 75. Wah, ini perlu dieksplor lagi nih harusnya. Mana nih? Bola. Di atas. Oh, sini nih. Mana coy? Ini.
perhaps these treasures might be of utility to you on your journey. Please,
Cari-cari chest toh. Piye Jawi? Wela. Oke, salah.
Accelerating. Defensive mode engaged.
Feel on there! Animal test 6308!
be silent. Close your eyes. To dust. Perhaps these treasures might be of utility to you on your journey. Please, I insist.
Oh,
Be silent. Close your eyes.
lah, kemana nih? Sini bisa.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Go claw!
Kita nih. Archon tuh, oke, good Archon tuh just selalu good Archon tuh, story Archon.
Any leads?
Nope. It feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second. Oh, I hate this feeling. I'd rather face him head on than be left hanging like this.
So, you guys didn't find anything either?
Not loving the word
I questioned a few Ratniki and eventually narrowed, almost as if he knew someone was on to him. Either that.
He's been biding his time.
All we can do now is hope that Aino and Anefa turn up some leads. Wait, he's actually here? I didn't mean it, I swear!
No, it's Silver Moon Hall. The Lady Kutar might be in danger.
Oh,
Let's get over here!
si Columbina. Oh iya, gajah Columbinanya guys. Ntar Columbina.
time for questions. Stop him!
This is insane.
Yehuda, get Kutar out of here!
On it.
Look where your feeble light has gotten you. Now you shall plunge into darkness. Thalindus, soon I will find a way.
Watch out!
Find them. Even if it means turning this place to ashes.
That was too close. We barely made it out of there alive. What's that guy's deal? How'd he get so crazy?
He's a threat to this entire nation. I doubt his strength could even be measured by conventional standards.
I have a question. When me and Anefa showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted her dead. What was that all about?
We weren't there for the whole thing either. They were already duking it out by the time we
Rerir
arrived.
kuat amat.
Yeah, we didn't see how it all
Iya,
started.
terus si
It all
siapa?
escalated so
Kalau
quickly.
binanya
We had
lemah
no
amat.
choice but to step in.
Kutar,
Ini
can you
siapa?
shed any light on the
Utar
situation?
nih.
Kutar. Cross-checking database. I see. So you're the one that the Frost Moon
Ini
Science
Archonnya
referred to
berarti
as
kan?
the
Ini
Moon
Archonnya.
Goddess?
Wait,
Oh, sangat
she's
lemah.
the moon goddess? Oh, no wonder she looks just like all those statues.
Rerir
There are many
kalau
reasons why people might worship the moon. I've never met that person before,
Mantap besok Rerir jadi
but there
yang
is no
kayak
mistaking his
kayak
deep-seated
siapa?
hostility towards me.
Sinora
Why he holds me
jadi
in such
musuh.
contempt, I cannot say. But since he hunts the power of the moon, it's no surprise that I am a target.
Kutar.
There are many potential motives. For instance, you help the traveler escape his grasp. This could be his way of taking revenge. It is also possible that he covets the Kuvaki inside you and seeks to take it for. But right now, devising a counter strategy should be our #1 priority. The likelihood of this location being discovered is close to 100%.
A counter strategy? We don't stand a chance against an enemy like this.
Emang menarik yang ini karakternya
Surely our
satu
only
menarik.
option is to run. He's not gonna chase us to the end of the world, right? So as long as we can sneak out of Nodcry undetected. No, I can't say that. Come on, Yehuda. This is serious stuff.
Running is our only option.
Huh?
You seem surprised. But what other choice do we have? We are facing an enemy we cannot possibly defeat in battle.
Well, I mean, yeah, but still.
Panggil Zhongli.
It's not too late.
Zhongli.
I can distract him, so you have plenty of time to
Lagi.
make your escape.
Wait, what? You're gonna act as bait? Huh?
Iya, terus si siapa?
Utar.
Ini.
Can you shed any light on the situation?
Siapa?
Utar.
Doesn't that make
Iya,
sense?
Archon sama lagi.
I'm the one he's after. There's no need for you to risk your necks on my behalf. A coyote doesn't stop for bypassers while it's howling at the moon. What is it, Loma? The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess. My presence here is no longer essential, and this is not my home, so you needn't ask me to stay.
We can't just roll over and let him get away with this. That's not our style.
Yeah, we can't just call it quits after everything we've been through together. Besides, she pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forgive myself.
We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now. To talk of returning the favor would be a little crass for my liking. But suffice to say that we are friends, and friends look out for one another.
Rerir's true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Miss Kutar, there's no guarantee he would stop.
But
Lari.
Kutar, I know why you left the Frost Moon Scions so long ago. It was because people started treating prayer as a form of trade. They would make self-centered wishes, force you to accept meaningless offerings in return, and then expect you to perform miracles for them, as if that were their entitlement. If it were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change everything, and that after much reflection, I've realized that this was never about whether the Frost Moon Scions need you. Any relationship based on need is purely transactional. What I truly hope is that you'll choose to stay, not out of obligation, but as part of our family. You were born here, and now you've returned. Who knows? Perhaps it was the moonlight that guided you home.
thank you, Lama. But my power is on the wane.
Oh iya, ding, powernya tuh
I will be of
belum
little use
oke.
to you
Nah,
now.
tapi kurang nggak gini gitu tak.
Very well then.
Both times you saved us, we were
Storynya kayak
It
apa?
is. Rejected by the world.
Farka,
My
upasan
power
Farka
is
ya.
dwindling.
What do you mean,
Kayak apa powernya
rejected?
The
Farka?
three moons belonged to the ancient
Farka,
bygone
Durin,
era in
Alis,
which they came into
Farka,
being.
Durin. Lain tuh bodoh amat.
From the moment I was born,
Minta tolong
the world
ratunya
itself
Fatul,
has been
Saritsa.
steadily sapping away at my strength.
Iya. Bentar. Saritsa tuh bukannya ini tuh, bukan ya? Saritsa tuh yang nomor anu ya?
The three moons are
Di situ.
not one and
Nanti
the same.
Arkonnya yang
As the
sisnya itu
goddess of the
Saritsa
frost
itu ya?
moon,
Archon
I
Trio.
cannot wield the
Iya, bukan
powers of
si
the
ini
other
ya, itu
two.
yang not kerja
Yet
ya?
moonlight has a way of blending together. Each can
Iya,
reflect
kan
the other's
gadis
glow, but this
kereta.
method of recovery is
Oh dia tuh
painfully
Fatui ding,
slow.
dia lupa kok.
If only
Dia
we
tuh
could
Fatui
find
itu.
the...
Kalau Bina tuh Fatui nomor berapa gitu kan?
It's the wild hunt!
Even faster than we expected. We'll have to finish this conversation later.
Iya dia lupa kok.
See how
Bina
those
tuh
wild
Fatui.
hunt creatures are
Lupa.
running away from us.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get the heck out of here!
Fatui dia. Fatui nomor berapa kalau Bina tuh? Weh.
Protect us!
The long sleep beckons. Observe.
Oh, they just keep coming! This is driving me nuts!
Rerir's closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace.
There's too many of them! And this time,
Wes, premium tim coy.
longer.
Ini semua anda.
Close your eyes. She does it.
your eyes to dust. Absorb to dust.
Yo, nice.
By the frost in the world. First,
Still claw.
Installation chamber deployed. Preparing for dust storm.
Be silent.
Sama sih epic scene, nah, kan? Epic scene. Varka, aja Varka ini ya, Varka kan? Asik, cocok. Wah, aura. Gitu, tok.
What's the matter? Bit off more than you could chew?
Om Mondo datang.
Uncle Varka! You're back from Rerir? Whoa! You're Varka? Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius?
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all out of this hellhole. Follow me. I know somewhere you'll be safe.
Oke.
Oh,
Ini
is that
ada
where I
nanti
think
ya
it is?
fight-nya.
That's the one.
Ayo,
Come on,
kasih
move. There's no time to
spill
waste.
dikit lah scene Genshin. Wah, ngomong.
Wow! Where are we? This
Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in Nodcry, and a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network, aka the black market of intel.
Wah, Genshin
No matter
murah,
what faction
cowok.
you're with, it's
Samurai action
the
nih,
place to buy
anjay.
and sell information.
Genshin
Their
murah ini.
headquarters are in Nodcry, but they've got contacts in every
Harus
nation.
cat merah aja
As an
sekalian.
expeditionary force on foreign soil.
Alucard,
Working with
ding,
them has
Alucard,
offered us the
Alucard.
most effective way. Anyway, where were we? Folks from Nodcry should be pretty familiar with me by now. And Master of the Knights of Favonius.
We've heard all about you. This meeting's been a long time coming. You look way younger than Paimon expected. But Grand Master vibe.
Fight with that freshly revived maniac.
Another? You mean you fought him before?
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. I brought some of the knights along to give him a little surprise, but he saw us coming from a mile off. My squad took heavy injuries, and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't enough to stop him. I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any trained operative. So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by the Wild Hunt. The rest, you already know.
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing Kuvaki these past few days? Because he sees you as a threat?
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm sure he'd still be gathering power. He's clearly working up towards something.
Note to self, Uncle Varka's strength rating officially upgraded.
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So, what exactly has been happening in Nodcry? Why is the Wild Hunt returned in humanoid form? And why is it after you?
That's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
Wow, I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this Wild Hunt activity in Nodcry is the work of the Rerir of Solnari, one of the 5 sinners. That's a lot to take in. Need some time to wrap my head around it all.
I'm truly sorry, Mr. Varka. You stood with us against the Wild Hunt and did everything you could to stop it from escalating into a full-blown catastrophe. And then, the one time you're away, It all comes to a head and all your hard work gets undone.
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still slip up. That's just life. No one knows what tomorrow holds. You can't predict which way the wind will blow next. And, to be perfectly honest, I can't say I'm surprised. For all the times we've defeated the Wild Hunt in the past, we've never been able to completely wipe it out. Turns out, we were just delaying the inevitable. But now that a new variable has come into play, fate may well take a different course.
A new variable?
Who else? And in a strange way, I think his resurgence might not be an entirely bad thing. The Wild Hunt is like an unrelenting force of nature. That said, while I know I was explaining everything just now, some of the points that Mr. Flint's added caught my attention.
You mean about our mystery ally?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key files, they also shielded Hesia. I don't know who or what could pull something like that off. Heck, even Miss Columbina doesn't have a clue.
Columbina.
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log. A Nodcryan Ratnik's Field Journal.
Oh.
Another dead end. Guess all we can do now is hope that our mystery ally keeps showing up when we most need them. Still, it's safest to assume they won't be intervening again. From here on out, we'll have to resolve this crisis by ourselves. Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led my team to Amsfarnir was because we'd had reports about a possible source of the Wild Hunt showing up there. But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I don't know who was behind it, but clearly, it served its purpose. I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, it sounds like his scheming began well before his return. So maybe luring me away was all a part of his... But is it even possible that he orchestrated all of this by himself? The Moon Maiden and the Raker of Solnari. Not crime of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
So...
Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. Let's go through them one by one. First, we need to figure out how to take down Rerir. If we can't beat him in a straight-up fight, the rest won't even matter. To my knowledge, the bulk of Nodcry's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone united, we're still no...
What if there was a way to tap into a new power of our own?
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina?
3 moons once watched over this world. The Eternal Moon was the largest. They say that back then, the 3 moon goddesses wielded immense power. I now bear the Frost Moon's power, and the Eternal Moon's marrow resides within the Traveler.
Hold on. Are you suggesting?
The iridescent moon. The last...
That's right. If we can find the iridescent moon's marrow, I will be able to regain my...
The 3 moons are said to stir the tides and illuminate all of...
According to my analysis, the solution is feasible. However,
I know a way, but we will need to visit...
The experimental design?
Yes.
It's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted.
Then that's settled. Next up, our second priority. Somehow, we need to figure out Rerir's end goal. As you saw for yourselves, when he was still in his Wild Hunt form, everything he did was for the sake of recovering his body and resurrecting himself. His first act since then, after laying low for a while, was to try and assassinate this young lady. People's obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a reason why he despises the moon so deeply. The Wild Hunt has plagued Nodcry for centuries now. If we want to stop it...
It's true. If Kuthar hadn't given us that lead...
But where would we even start?
Oh? That's a rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstakingly meticulous when it comes to dealing with machines.
She heard me.
Boss! What are you doing here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal. But it looks like this humble knight had something else in mind.
Details, details. Miss Nefer, the important thing is that you've arrived at the perfect time. Since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Rerir. Given the severity of the situation, I think it's fair to say that our only chance lies in uniting as one. And I'm talking all the factions in Notcry. We can't do this without the Curatorium, but I knew it'd be a tough job to win you over. So, I took the liberty of reaching out for a little chat.
Wait a sec. How did you even hear about this place, Nefer? Didn't you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting spot? And a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network? And isn't it supposed to be super hidden?
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nodcry without my help? Besides, I'm the one running this gig. Of course, I know where the meeting...
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network. If it's intel you're after, she's your woman. Pretty much seen and heard it all.
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Seems like you've run into some trouble, huh? Well, this certainly qualifies as an unforeseen crisis. On behalf of the Curatorium of Secrets, I wish you all the best of luck.
So you're just going to sit this one out?
Why should I get involved? What could possibly be in it for me?
What if we told you we can't do this without you?
Oh? Then I'd say you'd better make it worth my while. I don't work for free.
I can't put a price on something like this. It's just not in my nature. But then again, you and I have always been polar opposites in this regard. So if you insist on compensation, I will pay you.
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a Moonchanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to start passing the donation box around among the faithful?
Boss, just a thought. If they come up, things got really dangerous during the fight with Rerir. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be ley line fodder by now. I'd be gone for good, boss. If there's any way we can make this work, I'd really like to help her.
This is why I'm always telling you never accept favors. They are the hardest debts to repay. You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well, Yehoda, I will help. But just this once. Don't count on this happening again. Flynn's, that fragment that Rerir was after, do you still have it on you?
Of course.
Let me borrow it. I need it to follow up on some leads.
Wait, you actually have some leads?
Never deh, boss.
Shh. This is top secret information.
I get it. We all have things we'd rather keep to ourselves. Plus, I know we can count on you, so we'll leave the intel gathering in your hands. And that brings me to the third and final item. We need to find a way to distract him. We need time to make our move, so someone will have to stall him. I'm in for this part, no matter what. Anyone coming with?
Count me in too.
Come off it, you two. Quit playing heroes. I'm way ahead of you here. And Nefa did a scan of the Moon Goddess's Kuvaki signature, and we're gonna use it to make some decoys over at the Kramkake craft shop. Anyone who's in, follow me. Once they're ready, we'll deploy the decoys across Nogcry. So as long as the rest of you keep moving, he won't catch on to your scent and won't be able to track you down.
I like it. Genius idea.
No biggie.
All right then, we'll split into 3 teams. Once your team has finished their mission, return here and wait for the others. Dismissed.
cry. Anjay. Oke, bagus. Ayo, kita selesaikan ini. Jam berapa sih?
Lady Damselette. Wait, and you two? What are you doing at the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau? We've been doing our best to mind our own business lately. But if you're just gonna waltz up here like this...
You really think that?
We're not looking for any trouble.
Do I need to remind you that you're still a wanted fugitive out of consideration for our former ties and the crisis?
Let them in.
But...
Are you going to make me repeat that?
No.
Sandrone seems to be in a good mood. Must be maintenance day.
Sandro. Kalau bina kalau full power apa ini? Minimal satu itu. Josh. Capitano ya.
So tell me, to what do I actually, before you answer that? Just so we're clear, we're not colleagues anymore, Columbina. I don't owe you anything.
I promise it's nothing big.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time, and whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past, I haven't lost the plot enough to even consider sticking my neck out for your sakes.
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
What?
Licin,
You mean the name?
Tanya
I'd
sih.
like to speak with Arlecchino.
Traveler
Is she
selesai
a
tuh
Nod Cry?
teman-teman.
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the Rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nod Cry are me and... what is it you need to speak to her about anyway?
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to face him, I must first retrieve the lost moon.
Ayo. Regino. Ayo, Arlie.
Is that a no, then?
As if I need reminding. I was this close to settling things with him before someone decided to whisk me away to their weird little garden.
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of insolent, insensitive guests who won't stop asking where you've gone. Oh, they've been a real joy.
I bet you served them the worst tea you have. Just like you used to do to me when I upset you.
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around to drink it? I keep losing people. First Rosaline, now you. I'm running out of people who can make me laugh. Honestly, what could be more ridiculous than the multi-centenarian goddess, who's only ever had the plain herbal tea she received as offerings?
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time. Was it really just to see how I'd react?
Well, duh. Why else? Watching you squirm was practically... Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around, too. But I guess we won't be seeing him again.
Iya, Capitano udah jadi tumbal.
Well, I guess we are overdue for a get-together. Polonia! Have Febronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time for tea. Will suffice.
Pass along a message for me, too, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow of 2 moons, so I'll be leaving one of them in her care.
Excuse me, who said you were on the guest list? If my tea meant that much to you, maybe quitting the Fatui wasn't your brightest move. Back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection, no one would have dared come at you so openly.
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I paid dearly for it. At the end of the day, it was just another transaction. I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part in their grand ambitions, and I've had enough of being treated like a bottomless supply of power. It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries on, it may be a different group of people, but I see the same greed in their eyes.
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of a reason to stay as I do. The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. Meanwhile, the Fatui demanded everything from you in return, until it was more than you could bear. I get why you left. And frankly, I have no interest in dragging you back but if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths, we might be enemies for real.
Guess that's our cue to leave.
That might be your plan, but it sounds like someone else wants you to stay a little longer.
Huh? What do you mean?
Listen.
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt. A horde.
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area. I'll handle this.
Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself?
You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. You really... Go on, get out of here. You may have stopped Polonia from crushing him last time, but I've made sure that won't happen again. The entire Experimental Design Bureau is rigged for war. Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. You're not flagged as friend. Don't tell me what to do! Look, if you're leaving, make it quick, or you'll just get in my way. There's a secret passage on the second floor. Stare all you want, Columbina. You're not getting another invitation to my tea party.
I know. But thank you anyway, Sandrone.
This is exactly why you shouldn't hang around with those people. All their melodrama and sentimental nonsense is rubbing off on you. Come on then, Mr. Rerir. Let's pick up where we left off. It's your Wild Hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful creations. Let's see who comes out on top.
sniper, sniper.
That's it. Keep them pinned down. Don't let them get near. Rotate out. Deploy all backup units. Get in there and hold the line.
Apa ini? Go.
There were conditions that I thought. Whatever. This is where the real fun begins. Don't worry. Once this is over, I'll put you all back together again. I promise.
Bye. Bro,
Finally, the Rerir himself. Time to...
kalah apa dia?
Huh? Where'd he go? Uh-oh. Polonia, get him! I've upgraded Polonia again since our last encounter, and uploaded every last scrap of your data. So let's finish this, once and for
She's not here. Where did she go?
Hey! Over here, you big...
Curse it. Moon. Go. Keep searching. She cannot have gotten far.
Oh, alah.
So this is your method for investigating Rerir's past. It almost looks like some kind of ceremony.
Good deduction. But it's quite a different affair from what you...
Whoa! First time I've ever been in here. Bosso, I guess this must be Sumero decor? That's where Boss is...
I'm not sure exactly what you've got planned.
Whenever we wish. But for some reason, I've got a feeling... I've never faced Rerir myself. But from what you've told me, his power is beyond... I, on the other hand, am just an ordinary businesswoman. Our paths should never have crossed, yet here I am, forced to make an enemy of him.
If you ask me, you're about as far from ordinary as it gets. So what are you saying? You're getting cold feet?
Once I take a job, there's no backing out. Still, I have to ask myself if the... And also how to make sure I come out of this alive if things spiral. Death is the one thing we can take for granted. It is the great equalizer, however fortunate or unfortunate we may otherwise be. So it's important to consider how to spend what lifespan we have left.
Come on, boss. Lighten up. Quit talking about death. It's bad luck.
For once, I agree with you. When you're up against a foe like Rerir, is there anything I can do to help?
That won't be necessary. I've already made up my mind. Time to cash in a precious favor I've been saving for a rainy day. Yehoda.
Find who?
That shady merchant who sold you an overpriced treasure compass the other day.
Come on, boss. You're pulling my leg again. In what way is she shady? She showed up when I was completely lost and sold me a neat little gadget that was... Anyway, I know who you're talking about. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. I genuinely can't run any further.
Hey, aren't you?
What is it? What's the big rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora. I'm charging double my usual attendance fee. See, look how easygoing she is. After that rude awakening, she could have completely snapped at us. But instead...
Dori Sangama Bay? I never would have pictured you two doing business together.
If you want to make it big and not cry, it's all about connections. Lady Nefer just so happens to have a lot of intel that interests me. And she also did me a big favor in the past. It was back when I first arrived in Not Cry. My trusty assistant, the genie in my lamp, had an adversary, and wouldn't you know it, that's when I've been giving her a 30% discount off, plus any other friends you send my way will enjoy 10% off. What can I say? The great Lord Sangama Bay is... So, let me guess. You've run into some trouble. I've got everything you could possibly need.
You guessed correctly.
The one type of gear I've never been short on. What are you looking for? At the very least, I need to know what kind of opponent you're dealing with here. If even you're worried about
What if I told you it's someone with the power to bring a nation to its knees?
Is that so? Then we really are talking top-shelf treasures. I don't have anything like that in stock right now. I'll have to ask my supplier.
Your supplier?
A powerful woman, make no mistake. I can't reveal her identity, but luckily for you, I hear she's planning to visit Not Cry in the near future. If you're willing to wait, I can ask her when she's here.
Then let me put it another way. What would you do if you encountered an enemy like that?
Of course not. I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at? No, this is for my personal use only!
Let's just say I'm borrowing it, all right? Just for insurance purposes. Favors are the worst kind of debt to owe, and now you've got a chance to repay one. A win-win situation, don't you think?
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1,000,000 Mora. Deal?
Deal.
What a way to start the day. Now, was there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
That will be all. Take care now. Don't trip up.
See you later! You're my favorite shopkeeper.
Excellent. Everything is well and truly ready. The ceremony can now begin. After initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me wherever I go. So remember, don't be... Now then, Let us peer into the Rerir of Solnari's past.
Oh, bisa gitu.
I made it. I don't recognize this style of architecture. It must be Conrian. Simple furnishings, table and chairs. It's a more ordinary house than I might have expected. Looks like the fearsome Rerir of Solnari came from surprisingly humble beginnings. Unless this passed for luxury in Conria. Unlikely. It was said to be a very prosperous nation in its heyday. Anyway, I'll keep exploring.
Conria guys, kita di Conria nih. Conria bisa lagi telurnya nggak? Nggak bisa.
Hi, Rerir. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'd keep myself busy by checking out that new kebab shop. I've heard good things about their menu. I'll test it out, and if it's as good as every... P.S. New stash from the Universitas Magistrorum. I brought some goodies home. A few teacups and a pin rack. Hope you like them.
New stash from Universitas. Indonesia kan Rerir Indonesia berarti. UGM ini dekat UGM ya. Universitas saya ngomongnya. Ulangi.
P.S. New stash from the Universitas Magistrorum. I brought some goodies home. A few teacups and a pin rack. Hope you like them.
Universitas loh.
They didn't sign their name.
Iya kan dia hanya ngikutin kebudayaan Indonesia.
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. They have a fine collection. Joseph asked why I came alone, but I didn't really have an answer. He then went on to ask about it, but if he invites me again, chances are...
The Lindis. That's the same name.
Grain imports keep falling. If things don't pick up, we'll soon... Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that new type of mushroom everyone's been into lately. Didn't it start out as a... I don't care if it's an impressive feat of alchemy.
Grain has to be imported, and they're eating a diet of mostly meat and mushrooms. Could it be because Conria is underground, so it doesn't get much sunlight?
Kan dia underground, lesanya dua apa? Iya, ding, kan dia beda ya. Di atas tuh kan, ding.
That would explain why they use so much stone in their buildings.
Di atas tuh apa ya?
They even use alchemically modified strains for
I've just about saved up enough now. Time to buy it.
Making a big purchase. I wonder what it is. He really is a professional. Despite what he's become, it seems like he's Did Rerir rip it out himself?
Before I met you, I was convinced that my heart was nothing more than a stagnant pool. The burial place of a fallen moon. It was you who helped me see that my heart hadn't entirely withered away. That it could still beat to the rhythm of love.
This is just trivial sentimentality from the looks of it. Why would he go to the trouble of hiding that? The burial place of...
Rerir, over here.
Dane! Oh, and, Venator? What a surprise to see you here, sir.
Hello there, Rerir. You need not address me so formally outside of court. He doesn't get that much free time,
So
so I invited him over for a drink. Even the court prophet deserves a break every now and then, right?
Well,
Ay,
I'm flattered.
nanti Danger muncul nih.
So, what are we discussing today?
Hey, don't look at me. As far as I see it, we don't need an excuse to have a few drinks.
Come on, don't give us that.
Mengatakan dia.
Didn't you say you were about to pop the big question? How's that coming along?
Who'd have thought the Great Twilight Sword was an even greater...
I just didn't expect you to be the first one to settle down and get married, that's all.
Tuh tengah muncul.
Yeah.
Tuh, lucu,
If you told me that a few years ago, I wouldn't have believed you either.
So, are you planning to come clean about your job?
Sure, I'll have to tell her it's so...
Come on, stop being such a pessimist. A member of the King's Guard.
Of course he does.
And me? Same old, nothing much to... Huh? What's up, Ved?
It's nothing.
Vedifulnir, Dainsleif's elder brother. Renowned throughout the court of Conria as the Visionary. And said to possess a wisdom, and yet, despite the gulf between us, he seems to have something to say. Does he even know me? Does he see me as a friend of his brother, or why did he react so strongly?
Brown, curly hair and brooding blue eyes. Perfectly normal. No different. As frightening as this monster is in the present.
Habis tapi tanyanya sih sekarang yang habis. Well, Han. Siapa nih ini?
Felindis? You're back early.
Our equipment's being serviced today, so I got off earlier than usual. How's your day been? Aw, why the long face? Is something the matter?
Went for a drink with Dane and the others after work.
Isn't that a good thing?
Rerir.
Vedifulnir showed up today, too. You know, Dainsleif's older brother.
Ah, Mr. Vedifulnir. Yes, I've heard of him. They say that everything he says ends up coming true.
He overheard Dainsleif mention that I'd recently proposed, and seemed to have an issue with it.
So, you're worried? We're nobodies. Why would the Visionary be concerned? I'm sure someone in his position... You worry too much, Rerir. We've been together for...
So, you...
Like I said, I need some time to decide. You can't just rush into things like this.
All right. Take your... Nobodies. Sounds about right. Can someone whose gaze is so fixed on a far-flung future even see the present clearly? Besides, meanwhile, every idea they come up with and every decision they make, it affects everything. These days, the king is lost in his research, and the purge of the Crimson Moon bloodline grows ever more intense. The opposition tried to speak out, but nothing came of it. A man can have 1,000 reasons to carry a sword, but there are few good excuses to use it. What becomes of someone who kills on another's behalf? Felindis? It's nothing. You were right. Fate has never smiled upon. There's no reason we can't keep living happily together.
See? You just need to stay positive, Rerir. I can feel your warmth. Just getting caught up about things like this will only ruin our evening.
You go ahead.
Even busier than the big shots, huh?
Relax. I'll be there. Seriously, though, you drive a hard bargain. You're really gonna leave my proposal?
Well, that goes without saying. Besides, they're two completely different things.
All right. White outfit it is.
It seems like Rerir was deliberately hiding his ties to the intelligence services. by giving the impression that he was just an ordinary member of the Finster King's Guard. He clearly doesn't want his would-be fiancée to know about his other life. Then again, that's hardly surprising. People in the intelligence trade rarely do. Who'd have thought we were in the same line of work? Let's dig a little deeper.
Our last operation was a resounding success, and all thanks to you.
After all these years since the dynasty's fall.
Indeed, it cannot be denied. Yet it was destiny that the Crimson Moon should be overcome by the eclipse, and that His Majesty, Conria, has no further need for a dead moon. But alas, there will always be those who refuse to see the truth, choosing instead to romanticize the past.
That's not entirely true. Much about the Crimson Moon era was worthy of remembrance. And that's exactly why they keep trying to see it restored. Many of its secrets remain unsolved to this day. As it happens, that's precisely the field of study my partner is devoted to.
You still haven't told her what you really do for a living.
Where would I even start? How do you tell someone that you're one of the King's hand-picked executioners? That your hands are steeped in blood?
You didn't choose this life, any more than I did. Orphans like us don't get a say.
But I'll sure as heck be the one to pay for it. Speaking of which, we need to be more rigorous in the way we identify direct descendants of the Crimson Moon. Someone, it seems, has strong opinions about my future plans. Most likely my marriage in particular. I have a feeling that we may soon become targets of the Crimson Moon's retribution.
Your concerns are not unfounded. They've taken out many of our colleagues these past few years, and for that very reason. These are no helpless lambs we're leading to the slaughter. They're wolves in sheep's clothing. Take care, Rerir of Solnari. I look forward to toasting you at your wedding.
Thanks, Thorkel. You look after yourself too. Thelindis, I never wanted to keep this from you. You're the last person I would ever want to lie to. But that's exactly why the Moonlit Dynasty's are a thing of the past. Could that be why Vedalfnir held back? I have to get a clear answer from him. No matter what happens.
Rerir seems to be very concerned by Vedalfnir's reaction. Vedalfnir and Dainsleif, the Visionary and Twilight Sword. So that's what they were really like. I've investigated this whole area now. There doesn't seem to be any other memories here. Should I try somewhere else? Wait a second. What's this black smoke?
So, he's late after all. Just you wait, Rerir. You're in for it. Big time.
Are you waiting for someone, ma'am? Could I tempt you into buying some flowers?
Oh, sure. Pick me out a pretty...
Thank you. But I'm afraid not.
For someone so...
I'm only telling the truth. Look me in the eyes.
Crimson Witch.
You'll see I'm not lying.
Crimson Moon.
May we have a word in private?
Who are you? And what do you want?
It doesn't matter who I am. Too many of our kind have fallen lately, so I decided to take the risk of reaching out. Not long ago, the Rerir of Solnari led an assault on one of our strongholds. We suffered many casualties, and many who came to our aid lost their lives as well.
Sorry, I don't know why you're telling me.
Wait, hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true identity. His name is Rerir, and he claims to be one of the king's guards.
What did you say?
A cruel irony, isn't it?
The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner. But surely he must have caught a whiff of the blood on his hands.
Why are you telling me all of this?
Simple.
How strange. Rerir couldn't possibly know what happened. Why would her memories appear in his fragment? The ceremony won't last much longer.
Bentar.
So that was your doing? Did you just...
Any more questions, and I'll have to start
I had no idea you could... I gotta admit though...
I'm just as curious. Luckily, we met.
So far, especially the group.
If you're worried...
If I know Bob...
Aduh. Masa matanya si Arle. Bagus.
They might not have seen us yet, but them... Oh, that's never gonna work. If they spot us, they'll run straight back to Rerir. Guess you...
Oke, good. Mana Arle tuh? Arle Chino. Ya kan? Oh iya, Crimson dia tuh. Wah, gokil. Crimson Moon. Coba profile. Iya. Ada nggak dia kalau ngomongin dia tuh Crimson Moon? Coba dia skill. Iya betul.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see. What could the children be up to? Never time to see. On occasion, I hear others whisper in secret, calling me. He is very powerful, and that power comes with a high level. Objectively speaking, his person. You wish to know more about me? Fate can be a peculiar thing. No one has the power to choose where they come from. An impressive showing of culinary. I've learned much from you during this time. She and Piero were the first harbingers I became acquainted with. Her prideful attitude when she first visited. I have little interest in her. She's extremely passionate about her research and does not appear in public often. She is a very special harbinger. When I first took over the House of the Hearth, he proposed a number of plans for us to work together. As the original harbinger, much about him remains a mystery. When I was imprisoned, it was the Tsaritsa who pardoned me and gave me the title of harbinger. I could sense she was a person of true sincerity.
Crimson, dia ngapain nih ngomong Crimson gitu ya? Atau nggak ada ya Crimsonnya? Itulah apa-apa. Bloodfire. Ya itulah.
We almost got spotted. Phew, that was a close call. Watch out! It's coming this way! Keep going. We're nearly there. This is the final hurdle.
Cutscene.
You're so into these things.
Pedangmu loh,
Fire.
See?
Fire? Wait, what's that smell? Oh no, there's a fire!
Harley. See?
Sandrone was right. You look weak, Columbina.
Please.
The old you would never have let such lowly creatures bar your way. Word has it that you did something for the Tsaritsa, and that's why you've lost most of your power. Freedom comes at a heavy price, doesn't it?
Kan?
It's Arlecchino!
Pantas dia gak suka sama kain.
Hello again, Columbina. And greetings, guests of the House of the Hearth.
It's been a while, Arlecchino.
Kalah.
Stupid Rerir of stupid Solnari. Ugh, whatever. He sure doesn't pull his punches.
Excuse me, do you need a hand?
You can do me a favor by staying out of my way. Can't you see it? Wait a minute.
Hello, Miss Sandrone. Father sent us over to help.
How can... Hey, Fremine, get over here and help me fix this. Lenny, you do your thing. Just keep your sister away from my machines. Nearly every machine that Catgirl touches ends up going haywire. Go put her on cleaning duty or something.
Then let's start downstairs. Fremine, we'll leave this place to you. You've got it.
Wait a second. Pretty sure there's still some tea in the cupboard. If you want some, you'll have to make it yourselves.
Oh, okay.
Absorption test. Stay clear.
Insulation chamber.
Be silent. Observe. Fear the dark.
Annihilation mode.
Being done. Waterfall. Animal test 6308.
Defensive mode engaged.
It's a relief to see you all made it back in one piece.
Huh? Feels like there's quite a few people.
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Aino and Anefa to set up the decoys and buy us some time.
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end. She sent us...
I see. Then let's get right at. But first, who do we have here? You brought someone else in to help?
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime Tea Party companion of Columbina's. You may call me Arlecchino.
Tar, print screen dulu. Thumbnail.
Surely it can't be.
Those eyes.
Kan?
Oh, where have I seen them before?
Pingsan, coy.
Wait, of course. In those memories we just saw.
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers. So either you share a pretty uncommon name.
You are well informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all the way out here in Nodcry, and yet the people and affairs of Snezhnaya seem to hold a special place in your heart.
Oh, the feeling's mutual. Sounds like you know all about who I am, too.
A Fatui Harbin.
Atmosphere in here just got really tense. Guess we can't just start trusting Fatui Harbingers, even at a time like this.
Gokil. Print screen. Gosh.
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the moon goddess no longer belongs to the Fatui, what makes you so willing to put your neck on the line here?
Nor does Nodcry belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Varka. Yet still, you're fighting for it all the same.
Varka. Print screen lagi.
Things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Forgive me. I don't mean to doubt you. It's just that the Fatui really... We have our own way of doing things here in Nodcry. But ever since they arrived...
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I could. But sometimes fundamental... That's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. As a gesture of good faith, I'll be frank. I can help Columbina track down the Anyway, what else is on the agenda? Let's begin.
She says she'll be frank, then completely skips over the details. But she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the fourth of the Fatui Harbinger.
Hey, bisa ini thumbnail.
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle that, we'll proceed to the next topic. Yehoda, time to share that top-secret intel.
All right, listen up, everyone. First, we now know that Rerir was originally a Conrian secret agent whose primary mission was to hunt down and assassinate the so-called Dregs of the Crimson Moon.
The Dregs of the Crimson Moon?
In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and Eclipse, and a whole bunch of other stuff from the time of Conria.
To my knowledge, those were the names of two different Conrian dynasties. Long, long ago, it is said that the people of Conria worshipped the Crimson Moon, drawing a mysterious power from its reflection. But one day, a coup saw the Crimson Moon eclipsed, hence the name of the new dynasty that replaced it, and how it became the new emblem of Conria.
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had fallen, the last ruler of the Eclipse dynasty, the Vinster King, still coveted the secrets it left behind. So, he sent the... In those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, he was as normal as any other person. Oh, and he had a fiancé, or at least a would-be fiancé, called Tholin. What's the matter?
Granddaughter!
Interesting. Anything else? What about this would-be fiancé of his? Do we know anything about her?
Well, she was a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum. But it felt like she was...
Oh, and one more thing. For some reason, Rerir's fragment also contains some of Tholindis's memories. Though
Well, no shortage of potential leads, I'll give you that. In any case, it sounds like we can conclude that while Tholindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of. Tell me, though, were these pure-blood Conorians we're talking about?
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure-blood Conrian... Oh, yeah. Just like how...
If we could somehow find her...
it's possible. But it would take a miracle. That merchant who never knows, Dori Sangama Bay.
All right, then. Let Traveler, Paimon, Kutar, and Miss Arlecchino will go look for the iridescent moon's marrow. As for the other...
On the way over here, I noticed that the wild hunt at this rate, the people living here will be in great...
I'll head back to the curatorium and...
Feels good knowing we've all got something to be getting on with. Given that the wild hunt has been a lot more active lately, the Lightkeepers have likely begun their own operations too. If that is the case, I'll hold the fort for now. Then discuss our next move with Flint's, Aino, and Anefa when they get back.
All right, then.
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything, we'll be on our way.
We'd better get moving too. We'll try to buy you as much time as we can.
Relax. Just do your thing. I decided to call in some backup since things are getting so hairy. Our reinforcements should be here any minute now.
Jin, terus apa lagi?
Stay safe, everyone.
Jin dan teman-teman.
Dismissed.
Yalah, siapa lagi? Jin, terus Albedo. Siapa lagi? Diluk, kayak.
We're back. Did we get here a little early? Or a little late?
A tad late. The others have already set off. To summarize, our resident moon goddess, everything going smoothly on...
Not great. I don't know how long I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired right now. Oh, right. Inefa, could you fill it?
Sure. Uncle Varka, you previously told us about how when you went to investigate, but according to Flint's intel, several outbreaks of the Wild Hunt had already occurred in Notcry in the period leading. That was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full strength. In other words...
Flint's, with everything that's been happening, the Lightkeepers across Notcry are rallying to fight back against the Wild Hunt. They're gonna need your help. I know, I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something far more effective than decoys. But Anefa and I will head back over to Amsfartnir to see if there's anything I missed.
I told you Uncle Varka would say that, didn't I? A deal's a deal. Not a word about my snack intake for the next week.
Database updated. Reliability of Aino's predictions increased.
They were betting on how...
It's the obvious choice, isn't it? That's hardly worth betting on.
We already decided that Anefa should go investigate the situation over at Amsfartnir on her own. You might as well stay here and someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings. And besides, you still haven't fully recovered from ambushing Rerir.
So I've ended up with the easiest assignment. Well, I appreciate...
The lost lead
Ngapain
beckons.
ulti? Gembel.
Be silent.
Here, this will serve as a good.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. Since you brought us all this, we still haven't got the slightest idea what's going on here. And if even Columbina doesn't...
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon. And one of the last surviving embers of the two worlds' flames.
Crimson Moon.
Huh?
Masa gak tahu? Gitu gak tahu deh.
Are you serious? Isn't you're a descendant of that Crimson Moon dynasty we were just talking about?
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken aback when I first learned of it. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the signs had been there all along. When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. It coursed like blood through my veins and smoldered away inside my nerves. What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deeply on this power, it was like... Exactly. That is why my hands are like this, too. At first, I saw it only as a curse. But once I became a harbinger, the Jester apprised me of, together with my own investigations over the past few years. For instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon. It is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power and the corruption of the Abyss. You all understand the nature of the Abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return, it hungers for my soul.
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption ever made it...
Yes. And that's the reason I'm always careful not to push my power too far. It's essentially a
Oh, sounds intense.
Anyway, the rest of my story can wait. Is there anything else?
Paimon has a question. So, the Crimson Moon that the Carians used to worship was actually the iridescent moon, right? Which was one of the three moon systems. Does that mean that the Carians were to the Crimson Moon as the Frost Moon Scions are to the Frost Moon?
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like. But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. The iridescent moons later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the Abyss. Or maybe there was some kind of ideological divide. Either way, a dissenting faction staged a coup and drove out the royal heirs of the Crimson Moon dynasty. Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead, the Crimson Moon's glow never truly faded. If you want living proof, it's standing right before you.
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar in your presence. When I looked at you, I felt I could see that mysterious red moon in the corner of my eye, in your flames.
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon is still a mystery. Anyway, time is against us here, so if there's any other questions, they'll have to wait. I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her letter, Sandrone mentioned that since you are unable to contain the iridescent moon's marrow yourself...
That's right. For now, the iridescent moon is already part of who you are. So with its marrow in your possession, you'll be even more powerful than before.
Deal. Then let's get started.
Get what started?
When I first became a harbinger, the Jester gave me a book called Harry, also known as Leobranto Innamorato. You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon era, but setting aside the tangled romances of it. In the Crimson Moon era, or so the story goes, there was an orphanage that received children...
Beyond the bounds of this world? For real?
The Crimson Moon sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that surpassed them. They made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally admitted to having died and seen a crimson moon. The adults embraced the children who passed the ritual, telling them, within the fireplace, the book leaves much unsaid. But I suspect that this was their way of branding the children.
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world. It makes sense that it would be sealed in a special space.
But there's no fireplace here. Do you see it?
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames between two. Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of ghostly afterimage in the world. In the days of Conria, people believed they could be used. In short, I can open a passage to that space. The catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open. So I won't be able to come with you. Very well. Then I'll open it up.
Traveler, spare me a little more moonlight if you would. I may need it. Thank you. I feel like I've recovered some of my strength now.
Mistress of the 7 hues of ages past, Great Mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the 2 realms, by fire severed, by fire renewed, I offer myself now and beseech your descent.
Sadis.
One word of advice. As you're crossing over, no matter what voices you hear, do not answer.
Got it! I sense a sinister gloom inside. I feel that I am about to meet an old friend who has changed beyond all recognition.
Close your eyes.
I sense your presence, entering death and rebirth. Wait, why are you? You crossed over from another world, transcending fate itself. I have no right to.
Hey! Look up at the sky! A red moon! This must be the spot, right? Is that the abyss? It's...
What a tragic sight. Fragments of your broken body, seized by the abyss, and hung up.
Careful! There's something spooky about this place. Haimon's right behind you. Whatever you do. By the way, Alambina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon up there looks pretty cold, Paimon. How is that possible?
Iya. Gak punya healer deh. Apa lah ya?
Installation ship.
Stand clear.
just like I thought. It was only a facade.
Look, the rainbow! Animal test 6308. Absorption test.
Defensive mode engaged.
Animal test 6308.
Be silent. Night falls.
Huh? Huh? For real? That's way too high!
No. I'm not it's coming from under the mountain.
Let's see. Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow over the water. Wait, see that? Looks like a mechanism of some sort. Let's check it out.
Let's go. Let's go. Iyo. Ini bagus ini.
Ooh, looks like a device from the time of Kalia. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's domain, and they left this behind. Oh, if we can activate it, we might find some clues.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Hey, look at that! Do you think these mechanisms...
Felindis, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands. We'll be heading back now.
I hope this isn't ruining date night.
Ugh. Mind your own business. Just leave me some snacks on the table.
Felindis? Is that Rerir's girlfriend? How come we're... Oh, yeah.
The Abyss has made this space extremely Maybe that's why some of the things she said and did were preserved.
Whenever I see this view, it takes waning moon. Oh, lifeless damsel, weeping on the mountain. For me, of all people, to be here and...
Accelerating.
Yeah!
Enough sequence.
Stand clear. Looks like the Abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby. Go claw!
Observe.
Chew on this!
see. So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the 3 moons, is the... if it really does exist.
Accelerating.
With the Abyss inhibitors in place, oh, Rerir, with every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're... if only I could get my...
Hey, look! The moon's reflection is back to normal! Elendis' voice mentioned a chamber with the moon marrow. Do you think maybe it's hidden in the moon's reflection?
Mungkin bisa.
It must be. For within it, I sense the fragile aura of a dying soul.
Then there's no time to lose!
Accelerating. Defensive mode engaged. Accelerating.
These things are so creepy! Looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's marrow!
Be silent.
There must be the iridescent moon's marrow! Oh, we'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it!
Okay. Sikat, guys. Refer.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Ratchet! Animal hypostasis simulation! Absorption test!
Observe, the night cometh. Close your eyes. Observe.
We're so close!
Accelerating.
Look! A rainbow!
The iridescent moon's marrow, still burning away like an undying flame, yet now contaminated by the abyss. If we can purify the abyssal power within, we should... It's so cold. Huh? At long last, I can see. I'm sorry. I lied to you. Even knowing what was the moment the moon shattered, my body began to split apart piece by piece. Tell me, what was it that brought you to us? All that time ago, you look so puzzled, betrayed. trust me when I say that every...
What was that all about? Was that the guy? It sounded like she was speaking to a long-lost friend. But
perhaps she took me for the goddess of the frost. For a fading soul like hers, our auras...
But anyway, we've got the iridescent moon's marrow now. All right, time to leave this place. That's odd. This place looks different than when we came in.
Waning moon, oh lifeless damsel.
Oh. Hurry! The place is collapsing!
It wants to trap us here.
Who's it? The Abyss?
Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that's left here is a dark will. It will show us no mercy.
Give it back! The crimson moons! My marrow! My heart! Finally! Huh? Oh no! The exit's blocked! They're back! Now what do we do?
This is where you fall. Witness my rise. What are you waiting for?
Mantap.
Oh, wait. Was that you, Arlecchino? Did you save us? Wait, your hands! They're...
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No wonder it's a little angry. No. I have paid the price, albeit a small one, and it cannot be undone. My hands have already fused with the Abyss. Purification would simply destroy whatever's left of them.
Oh, we're so sorry, Arlecchino.
As much as I'd like to call it a favor, the truth is, I was simply holding...
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care. From this day forth, may the two worlds' flames burn ever more brightly.
Dash.
I'll take that as a blessing. Now, Columbina, give me your hand. Accept this moonlight I offer in return. Feeling stronger?
Hey, Columbina, are you okay?
I'm fine.
By the Frost Moon's authority alone, wielding the power of the other moons was always going to be a stretch. Still, I think it's fair to say that your strength has returned. At least to the level it was at as Third Harbinger.
It's still not enough. There's no way I can hope to challenge Rerir like this. Just one more ray of moonlight, if you would. It's okay. I can take...
How about now? Fighting fit?
At the very least, I won't have to stay hidden like I want to see him gone from Not Cry. The Rerir of Solnari and his wild hunt must be...
Well, it's good to have something to aim for. You certainly seem more alive now than you did earlier. When I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray of moonlight. More like a wisp of fog drifting in from who knows where. But now, you're full of vitality. Just like the frost moon, once the brightest of them all. May you keep shining, Columbina. This is who you are.
Thank you. Look after yourself too, Arlecchino. I know you have plans of your own, and that's why you're always seeking to grow stronger. But whatever you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina. Although perhaps it's time you took a new name.
A new name?
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina. They're nothing more than code names. They describe who she is and the roles she's played, but they're not her real name.
Siapa namanya?
We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. Up till now, you've been living a wandering life, so you've all I'll say is this. All right, that's it from me.
You're the best!
I appreciate the gesture. It speaks to your good character. Anyway, let's...
Lah. Ya elah, masih bersambung dong.
It was a close call, but we got the iridescent moon's marrow and restored Columbina's strength. And that's all that...
Bentar. Lanjut besok ya guys ya. Lanjut besok aja, lanjut besok.
In other words, mission accomplished. Paimon wonders how everyone else is doing.
Bentar ya. Oke. Udah like, jangan lupa di follow guys. See you next time. Anjay, bisa malam lah. Bisa malam lah ya. Ya, bisa malam. Thank you semua ya.